Gotta represent Philadelphia today. Philly born and raised, for those of you that don't know. People are like, oh, are you from Jersey or New York? No, I'm not from Philadelphia, South Philadelphia, born and raised. I was raised literally right behind the Veterans Stadium that's no longer there. Hi, everybody. And although I danced professionally for a sports team when I was 17 years old, right out of high school. And I never was really interested in the sport. So the fact that Philly won the Super Bowl is great because it brings a lot of energy to the city that I am from. But it is nice to celebrate and see the way that people celebrate, because it obviously is an energy, a time of really, really high energy, rising. And manifestation ties into these things because there are people that have professions known as, I believe they're sports psychologists, and they help teams or athletes to see themselves winning. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Envisioning that, right? So that is what manifestation is. Can you have a coach like myself or some other person that can walk you through your manifestations to feel them real, so that you know the exact path of how to get there and what that feels like for you? What does it feel like to manifest something? When we have that general understanding, we understand that we're literally manifesting all day long. Whether we're aware of it, not aware of it, we understand the reasoning and why we manifest. And it's just energy. Hi, Val. It's just our energy, tuning into our energy, tuning into our thoughts. What are our deepest thoughts that we have? Because our deepest beliefs about ourselves is what manifests. So if you have a group of people that deeply believe that they can have something, it will come to pass. So I randomly opened up the book from Neville Goddard talking about how you can manifest for other people. How you can manifest someone getting their dream job for someone else, not just yourself. So that's why I also talk about, if you are manifesting something very specific, not to tell people that idea unless it's someone that is on the same wavelength as you. Because when you tell people your ideas, people that happen to be maybe a jealous person or a person that lives from inferiority or has a victim mindset, they're going to say, who does that person think they are that they can do this? Why can she or he have this and I can't? So if you do mix energies with people and ideas, there is a chance that there are people that are not rooting for you to have all the things that you want to have. But there also is a way that you can manifest something for someone else. If someone's really trying to get out of a really desperate situation, you can help to manifest them out of that situation with them. If someone's trying to get a house, like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get approved or whatever, you can help them with your own energy to get them the things that they want as well. And before I get more into that, I want to talk about, and this is just energy harvesting type things. I commented on a post last night about the halftime performance because I thought that it was just not universal for people and it wasn't the type of music that everyone gets to listen to and enjoy. And I think that like things that have become tradition in America, like all American sports, even though we have a lot of different thoughts and feelings about all of those things, that the last time the show last night was not universal for people. And I commented that in the comment section, and the most hateful comments that you can imagine, because I said that it should be an all-American type of performer. Not American as you're an American citizen, but all-American as the performance should have been enjoyed by all people. And the amount of hatred that exists in this world, you don't really realize it until you comment on a post of like a really big channel or page. And that's not ever the energy that I want to live in, that I want to walk in, that I want to embody. That people will just attack a random stranger because you said that you believe that music in an all-American sports should be for all people. And this is why I believe it's so important to talk about the map of consciousness, teach about the map of consciousness, because there are too many people, probably up in the 90 percentile or more of people, that don't have any idea what energy field that they are running with every single day. My hair is getting on my nerves today. And when we don't have the awareness of where we are in the map of consciousness, then we're always going to stay there. We're always going to attract and bring in all the things that we don't want in our lives, because we have no awareness that we actually live in a very, very low state or level of consciousness. I'm looking around for my book of where the map of consciousness is, so I could show those of you that have never seen it. If you don't know what the map of consciousness is, look up what the map of consciousness is, and you can see on the chart. And then look at yourself. Where do you resonate most on the map of consciousness? Shame, anger, guilt. Those are all the lowest vibrations that you can resonate at. And most people do, in fact, resonate on those levels. So, lesson for me is, if I don't want to engage with people that are on a very low vibrational frequency, I'm not going to engage on pages just because I have an opinion. Why not? Because when you start to read the things that people say back to you, you could internalize that and feel like you're a bad person. That will change your vibration. You could go to anger and start fighting with random people on the internet, which also lowers your vibration. You can observe that information and say, this isn't the kind of energy that I want to entertain, and realize that you have risen above fighting with people or even contributing to lowering the vibration of the frequency of Earth. What energy do you want to engage in? Because the energy that you constantly engage in is the energetic vibration that you're on at all times. So it's the energy that you're always going to attract to yourself. So if you find yourself as a person that's always fighting with someone, that's always online looking for an argument. I work on it every day. I have your journal, and I keep it open on the map of consciousness. It's just such a good reminder. The map of consciousness, when you look at it, you're just like, holy shit. Marnique, I'll help you with that. I've been doing this wrong the whole time. It's the programming, right? We're programmed to be hateful. We're programmed to hate certain people. We're programmed in our religion. We're programmed in our politics. All these things are just a program. And you don't realize that you're on this program or within this program until you start doing this type of work. And you're like, this isn't the way that I want to feel every day. And if I want to make the world a different place, then I have to be energetically a different person. My sister and I were talking about this yesterday, about people that teach manifestation. And it's just another idea of the matrix. And when people finally understand there's levels to this shit, meaning there's levels literally to everything that we learn. And there are people even within the manifestation community that make everything about having everything and being gluttonous and all these things, and not really understanding the energetic level or impact that that has on people. Because again, you can manifest and you're the biggest asshole on 2 feet. You don't have to be a good person to manifest. You don't have to be high vibrational to manifest. It is your belief in having all the things that you want. So that can run into a problem very easily. Look at Bill Gates. He is the devil incarnate as far as I'm concerned, but that man has everything. He has the belief system that I could have whatever I want. I could have all the power in the world and nobody is going to stop me. It is a belief system. You do not have to be a good person to manifest. So there are a lot of people in the manifestation community that I believe are doing it wrong because they're not talking about your level of consciousness and your level of awareness. They're not talking about you even being a good person. They're just teaching you how to get whatever you want. And getting whatever you want doesn't mean that you have to be a good and nice human being. But if we want to make change in this world, it starts with our vibration. It's like, just tap into the energy where wealth is or where abundance is. But you could still be just a complete asshole. So yeah, you can manifest whatever you want. You don't have to be a good person to be able to manifest. But isn't that something that you would want, is to not be on the vibrational energy of greed and lust and all these things and having all the things that you want, but you're still not a good person on the inside. So what I want to make sure that I teach and that I help people to embody is to change their vibrational frequency to a higher frequency because you manifest faster. Change their vibration to a higher vibration because that helps the world shift and change. Good for you if you can manifest millions of dollars. Good for you if you can manifest having everything that you want and you're still miserable. All you're contributing to this world is knowing that you can have everything that you want. But if you're still not a good person and you're still miserable and you're still not giving and you're still not loving, all you're learning about is how to get what you want. I'm not here to just teach people how to get what you want. It's getting what you want with happiness and with joy. It's getting what you want and helping to shift and change the universal energy. Anybody have questions? You guys are quiet this morning. So I can teach you how to get all the things that you want every minute of the day. And just have you be a gluttonous person that literally can manifest a Lamborghini and manifest all these things. Who gives a shit about manifesting those type of things if you cannot have or change, if you cannot change the world around you? Because you could change the world around you to just have more material things. But what I want to teach is changing the world around you for the better while you're getting all the things that you desire. Because there's no reason why you shouldn't have them. I can't stop self-victimizing because of my abusive parents. I don't know how to love myself fully. This is a good example of someone that could really benefit from theta healing. So if you didn't watch my live with Tiffany from last week on theta healing, it's an amazing way to reprogram your subconscious to get rid of those victimizing thoughts, to get rid of all of the things that you endured through childhood and beyond that. Because it is possible. And a lot of times for most people, it's almost impossible for you to change those belief systems yourself because they are so deeply rooted into your soul. When we have these programmings of the way that we were treated and the way that we grew up with, it's not just like, I can just snap my fingers and it all changes. For some people, it can be easy. But for the majority of people, including myself, you know what was easy for me? Manifesting money. Even though I grew up in a poverty mindset, both of my parents, always fighting about money, always thinking like money is so hard to get because they always fought about money. Ask your mother for it. Ask your father for it. I don't have it right now. Always hearing those things programs your subconscious mind to a poverty mindset. So when you're in that, for some people, attaining money is always going to be the hardest thing you're ever going to do to reprogram. That's one thing that's going to be really hard to reprogram. For me, the money part wasn't really that difficult for me. It was deeply ingrained, but not as deeply ingrained as the emotional abuse, as the emotional stuff. So for me, I started to rewire my brain about money and then just started coming to me easily. I'm like, oh my God, that was easy. And for some people, manifesting money is the hardest thing, and then maybe being in a relationship is the easiest thing. I know so many people just through growing up, they would go from a relationship to relationship to relationship. Like, how the hell do they find so many people to actually like or love? It was the opposite for me. I was always so selective, give or take, with a few really bad apples in there. But always selective when it came to the love part. But the money part was just really easy for me, like super easy. Even though I grew up with a family that was always talking about money is hard to make. So we will have different types of programs that are installed, literally installed in us through repetition and through hearing all the time. And a lot of us need something more than ourselves to just say affirmations a million times. There's all different kind of healings, types of healing, whether it's hypnosis. Hypnosis I've done. And it is not as, for me, it was not as great as theta healing. Hi from Canada. Theta healing was definitely something that changed and shifted things so much because they were belief systems that I wasn't even aware that I still had that were removed. So once those belief systems are taken out and there's energy that can flow through where that whole energy used to sit, you can welcome in new ideas. Whereas hypnosis are more, at least in my experience, are more about the things that I am loved and worthy on my throne every hour. I love it. That was our homework last week, Friday. The homework was one was to make the background of your phone your vision board. So all the things that you want to bring to yourself, that is supposed to be on your wallpaper. That was our homework last week. And the other part of our homework was to set an hourly reminder of 1 or 2 affirmations of something that you want to help your brain rewire or see every single hour. Okay. Hi, Ben. So rewiring, I'm one of David Wolf's ghostwriters. Can't wait to meet you one day. I love to listen when you speak. Thank you. You're one of David Wolf's. Can you DM me? I'm curious about some things. Going to Miami in April, wanted to do a session with Tiffany in person. That would be amazing. I did my vision board. Thank you for the homework. Do you know how happy that makes me when I see this? Like when my nephew told me last week I manifested going to the Super Bowl, I nearly fell over. I think I bought him the 369 journal several years ago, and his mother said, yeah, it's right. It's like right above his bed. So teaching this stuff is so important because it teaches us that we are the God of our reality. Ben, I used PixArt. PixArt just helps you like continue to layer things over one another. Like I picked a leopard background, let's just say. You could pick a money background, whatever it is. I picked a background first for the vision board, just so I had something to put the other pictures over top of. So I picked a leopard background, and then you can cut out pictures on PixArt. So I have all cutouts of like different things. And then you can just save it or whatever. But just make sure when you do it, PICS, not PIX, PICS art. Just screenshot something that is as long as your phone so that your background is the same. It's as long as your phone is. What was I talking about before this? 369 method, manifestation, obviously. Doing our homework I was talking about. And what was the other thing? Yes, Ben, that's it. I don't remember what the other thing was that I was trying to talk about, what point I was trying to make. Let's see. Love this. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be and just be one. Just like when I commented about the halftime show last night and received so much hate. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be and just fucking be one. Just be one. I think that's great advice in this climate that we're in here. Okay, let's see another quote in here. I do like this book. We talked about that when the entire universe is conspiring to give you everything that you want. And that's Abraham Hicks. Okay, let's go into a little bit of Neville. I don't remember what the hell I was saying before that. So, we're in the Big Mother book today. And this is called Chapter 9, The Annunciation. Okay, let me answer that question. Neville Goddard, The Complete Collection. What do you do if you feel like you're behind, like someone wasted your time? Grieving all I could have done if I hadn't met this person. Okay, Christine, you manifested this into your experience. So how you can help with that is have the understanding. This is a really important question. Having the understanding that you were an energetic match at that time that you attracted this person into your life. So you didn't waste time so much to say as understanding that your energetic stamp at that time attracted this person because you were at the same level of consciousness as this person when you allow them in. So say you have this deeply ingrained belief that I'm just not treated well. I'm not saying that you do, but just for example, a lot of people will manifest, I'm not lovable. So they'll actually attract a relationship that will prove to them that they are not lovable. So maybe you look at it as wasted time or you're grieving and you're really upset, but you have to understand that you attracted this very specific person on this very specific frequency because that's where you were resonating when you met them. And a lot of times when people break up, the person leaves your life or you leave them or whatever it is because you're no longer an energetic match to this person. So things will keep going wrong all the time because you're not an energetic match. You can't put on a radio and listen to hip hop and country music at the same time. It's actually impossible. It's impossible. So if your frequency has now changed from hip hop to country, he's listening to hip hop and you're listening to country. There's no way you're listening to the same thing at the same time. So we have to look at the experiences that we're having as something that we drew to ourselves based on just our energy. If your I am is I am not chosen. I am always abandoned. Everyone always leaves me. You will attract and continue to attract people that always leave you, that always abandon you, because that is your deepest core wound. And you live from that core wound. So if for whatever reason, this was not wasted time, this is a lesson in where your energy is. So there is some belief system that you have, and it always comes back to us. This is the accountability that nobody wants to take when we realize that everything that happens to us is because of ourselves. And again, people say, do people want to get raped? People that are raped are usually, and a lot of times, people that are victims of sexual abuse or sexual trauma or something like that. So their belief system is that I am always violated. So they attract things into their experience, whether they're robbed, held at gunpoint. They always have tragic things happen to them because that is the energy and vibration that you live on. Let me see if I missed any comments. So does that make sense? Karen always coming through. I love it. So Christine, does that make sense? Because that's what we have to understand. We have to understand that everything that's happening to us is because of our vibrational frequency. That's why the map of consciousness is so important. Where is this friggin' book? What vibration? I don't know where my map of consciousness is. There's too many books around here. What vibration do you live on every single day? Here's the book, but I don't know what friggin' page that's on. Something about K-all not being recognizable for a lot of the audience. Oh yeah, Karen, yes. I'm going to be planning a retreat soon. I'm just trying to figure out who I'm doing it with because I don't want to host this alone because it's too much work. I want people that are going to work with me, promote with me. Like it's too much pressure to do it myself. And it's not fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's not. Yeah, I wish I could make up for all the tasks God asked me to do that I didn't obey. Can one catch up? Again, it's everything in this life is a lesson. But we're never going to understand the lessons if we are always in a state of victimhood. Why is this happening to me? I'm always sick. I never had the right person. Nothing ever works out for me. Benny says, I'm recently exploring the emotion of thrill. Like, do things that raise your level and your vibration. Is that like maybe going to an animal sanctuary and seeing and petting and giving love to all these animals? What raises your frequency? Figure out what does that and do more of it. Right? That's what I'm in the process of. I'm like, what is my next project? What is my next thing that I'm going to be so passionate about that's going to really raise my vibration? So I'm in the process of really mapping out what that is. we do need to be aware of what we are in harmonic resonance with. And that is the truth, like, because once you understand what you are in harmony with, even though it's creating disharmony, if you're in harmony with, I am not loved or I am not chosen, not because you want to be in harmony with that, but because that's just your programming. So yeah, you are in harmony with that. You're in the same level, frequency, vibration as things that are actually hurting you, but you're in harmony with that. We want to have more harmonious things that make us happy. And Ben, what thrills me? Honestly, like retreats, I truly love doing retreats. That thrills me to be able to teach people things. What else thrills me? Dancing thrills me. It always has. What else thrills me? Creating a huge project. That is probably what I'm going to be doing next. Being creative thrills me. So it's calling those things into my experience. I started volunteering at an equestrian therapeutic center and it's changed my life for the good. You can volunteer at an animal shelter. You can volunteer anywhere that you want. You can go spend time in places that really, really make you happy. Maybe going out into nature thrills you. It thrills me. When I was in LA, like I would go to all different hiking places with people. But I was always going out into nature because like that's where I really found like peace. And peace is high vibrational. Peace is thrilling. To some people, peace might seem boring. But peace is actually a thrill when you feel it, when you embody it. Right? So once we understand, again, that everything that happens to us is because of our vibrational frequency. It's just the world out there matching our world in here. It's like you have your own personal secretary that's Googling everything for you all day long and saying, okay, you are on the vibration of hatred, so let's find all the things out there that are going to be hateful. If you're on the vibration of attracting love and you feel love and all these things, you got your own little personal secretary magic genie that's saying, okay, let's find every single thing that is vibrating on the vibration of I am loved and I am chosen. And then you're going to have that in your experience. Peace is the most thrilling I've experienced, and I do extreme sports. That's saying a lot. Wildlife Hospital need to go back and volunteer. We all know when we are hungry what we do to feed our heart and our mind. And a lot of us lose that. A lot of us lose that and just like, I feel lost, I don't know what to do. But at the end of the day, we do know what to do. It's just sticking with it and following through with that. And then our energy and frequency starts to shift with the things that we are doing because it's in alignment. When we're in alignment with our own universe is when we are the happiest. But you can also be in alignment and in disharmony with all the things that don't resonate with you. And you continue to attract them into your experience. You're like, why are these bad things happening to me? Because that is where you resonate. That is your deepest belief. That life is hard. I am always not well. I never get to have the love. Why does everybody have this and I don't? We attract what we are, not what we want. We attract what we are, not what we want. So I'm trying to get into this Neville and I just can't seem to get into this. Okay, let's read a little bit. It is recorded that God sent an angel to Mary to announce the birth of his son. And the angel said unto her, Thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son. And then Mary said to the angel, How shall this be, seeing I know not a man? And the angel answered and said unto her, The Holy Ghost shall come upon thee, and the power of the highest shall overshadow thee. Therefore also that holy thing which shall be born of thee shall be called the Son of God. For with God nothing shall be impossible. Right? This is the story that has been told for centuries the world over But man was not told that it was written about himself, so he has failed to receive the benefit it was intended to give him. The story reveals the method by which the idea or word was made flesh. God, we are told, germinated an idea, a son without the aid of another. Then he placed his idea in the womb of Mary with the help of an angel who made the announcement to her and impregnated her with the idea. No simpler method was ever recorded of consciousness impregnating itself than is found in the story of the Immaculate Conception. The four characters in this drama of creation are the Father, the Son, Mary, and the angel. The Father symbolizes your consciousness. The Son symbolizes your desire. Mary symbolizes your receptive attitude of mind. And the angel symbolizes the method used to make the impregnation. The drama unfolds in this manner. The Father begets a son without the aid of another. You define your objective. You clarify your desire without the help or suggestion of another. Then the Father selects that angel who is best qualified to bear this message or germinal possibility to Mary. You select the person in your world who would be sincerely thrilled in witnessing the fulfillment of your desire. Then Mary learns through the angel that she has already conceived a son without the aid of man. You assume a receptive attitude of mind, a listening attitude, and imagine you are hearing the voice of the one you have chosen to tell what you desire to know. Imagine that you hear him tell you that you are and have that which you desire to be and to have. So what Neville Goddard always talks about is obviously your your visualization. And there's been so many scenarios that he has talked about where he imagines having this conversation with someone, talking about already having the things that he wants. Say you're talking to your best friend, your mother, your brother, whomever, and you're thinking in your mind of the situation. You're like, I'm just so happy in this relationship. Like I'm having the most amazing time with this person. This person is a dream come true. And you're imagining this scenario with a specific person that you love, that you trust, or whatever, as if it's already happening. And then you hear what they're saying back to you. Yeah, this person's really amazing. I'm so happy for you. And you are visualizing and imagining this scenario. So Neville always talks about, like acting like you're on the phone with someone and you're just like, yeah, I've been married for 5 years. I can't believe it's been this long already. And maybe you haven't even met your person yet. But this is the visualization. This is tricking the mind into believing that you already have these things and doing it repetitively until it becomes so natural to your mind that it actually physically happens in your reality. Are we following? Hopefully. So again, you assume a receptive attitude of mind, a listening attitude, and imagine you are hearing the voice of the one you have chosen to tell what you desire to know. They're saying to you on the phone, oh my God, like I cannot believe that you now have like your farm, your animal sanctuary. You've been talking about this for so long. So you're hearing someone on the other end of the phone telling you everything that you want to know. What is it? Write it down in detail. You pick up the phone and they're telling you, oh my God, like I can't believe you finally have your own restaurant. This is amazing. Like it's packed all the time. Like I saw an ad in on Instagram for your restaurant. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe that it was for you. Whatever it is, you hear the other person telling you this or you telling them and them replying to you. And you do this over and over again. It could be the same one sentence over and over again. I'm so happy that you finally are in love. Whatever it is. Okay? Imagine that you hear him tell you that you are and have that which you desire to be. You remain in this receptive state until you feel the thrill of having heard the good and wonderful news. Then, like Mary of the story, you go about your business in secret, telling no one of this wonderful and immaculate self-impregnation, confident that in due season you will express this impression. So in time, she will have this baby, just like in time we will have the baby of our desired thought. The Father generates the seed or germinal possibility of a son, but in a eugenic impregnation. We impregnate our mind with an idea or a seed. We're planting the seed. Consciousness desiring is the father generating the seed or idea. A clarified desire. Clarified, clear. Mayor, I love it. A clarified desire is the perfectly formed seed or the only begotten son. This seed is then carried from the father, consciousness desiring, to the mother, consciousness of being and having the state desired. This change in consciousness is accomplished by the angel or imaginary voice of a friend telling you that you've already achieved your objective. The use of an angel or friend's voice to make a conscious impression is the shortest, safest, and shortest way to be self-impregnated. Okay? With your desire properly defined, you assume an attitude of listening. Imagine you are hearing the voice of a friend. Then make him tell you. Imagine he is telling you how lucky and fortunate you are to have fully realized your desire. So we're going to stop there today. But it's, again, using your imagination, using the human imagination to get the things that you want. Imagine someone calling you and saying, oh my God, you got the job. I can't believe it. Oh my God, I can't believe that you booked this audition. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. You guys are getting married next week. Oh my God, I'm so glad it's your 10th anniversary already. That's crazy. Mayor, I'm glad. And in manifestation, in doing this work, or just attracting the things that you want, there are so many ways that you can do things, but you have to figure out what resonates with you. What resonates with you? If it resonates with you that you imagine yourself for 5 minutes on a call with someone and they're telling you all the most amazing things, that's what is going to help you to get where you need to go. But honestly, visualization is one of the most amazing ways of getting something, because you're literally seeing it. You're seeing it in your mind. You're daydreaming about this stuff, right? So if that's what is helpful for you, do that. Neville has so many different ideas of how he sees things, or how he had visualized things to manifest the things that he wanted. And even someone that is, he talks about marriage. If you desire to be married, you think about having a ring on your finger. You think about and visualize what it's like to feel the ring on your finger. What does it look like? How does it make you feel to look down at that finger and see a ring there? What would it take to imply that you are married? A ring is a good symbol. But to you, what is the most special to you that's going to help you get into the state of the wish fulfilled if you are indeed manifesting marriage? Is it the person proposing? Is it your 5th anniversary that you're seeing and you're at a dinner with this person? What is it? Yes, guys, but it's getting clear. So it's as easy as someone literally, you imagining someone saying, I can't believe that you got this job. You've been talking about this job for 10 years and you finally got this job. And you just hear the person saying it to you over and over and over again. Congratulations on getting your new house. You've been looking at that house for 10 years now. Whatever it is, imagine someone calling you and saying these things to you. It could be very simple, it could be very short. So I intend that this was helpful on our Monday morning. And I woke up with a lot of energy today because there's so much energy in the city because of the Super Bowl. And I don't even know if Philadelphia is still standing, because I'm outside the city. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, week, year. And let's do our visualizations, because without it, we're just continuing to experience life as it's thrown at us, as our vibrational energy creates for us. So let's recreate the energy for all the things that we want to bring to us so we can have them. Love you all. I'll see you this week. I might be live again tonight with Julie Miller. And hopefully I'll see you guys then. We talk about some conspiracy stuff. Love you all. This is my nephew's second Super Bowl that he went to that they won. He was in Minnesota and he went, this was, I don't know how many years ago, he was little. So my nephew is over the moon excited. I was texting him, he sending me videos the whole time. It was absolutely amazing. So I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and I will see you all later.